What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rich.
And your girl Asia.
And this is Trucker Talk TV.
They can school you on trust, man. All you gotta do is listen. If you wanna make some money, grab your pen and pay attention. Those runners, they some champions. They always on a mission. If you got a load need picked up, then just hit them. They come get it.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rich and Asia. We back with another episode of Trucker Talk TV. Why she staring at me like that? What's going on? I do something wrong?
No.
How y'all doing out there, man? Y'all good? Trucker people, how y'all doing? Family, how y'all doing? We good? Let's get straight to it. I mean, this Trucker Talk TV, the best of the best. I mean, we're here to give y'all the game, the knowledge of everything that's going on in the trucking world. Y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready. We ready.
All right, that's what I like. That's what I'm talking about.
We ready.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, y'all.
All right.
What happened this week? We had a mechanical breakdown out of town.
Yes.
This is our first time our truck broke down out of town, so let's tell them about that.
Yeah.
All right, so we took our truck to the mechanic because we had a DEF issue, a DEF issue.
So
and,
what is the DEF for people that don't know?
It is a diesel exhaust fluid. It is it's for pollution. It's supposed to cut down on pollution.
So it's like just basically a way that the government like tries to control the trucks to make them more safe, but it's also a way they make more money too. Because when you got this, some people like, I mean, just FYI, like I'm just giving knowledge. Like some people get their DEF deleted.
Yeah.
It's illegal. You're not supposed to do it. But some people do it because if you talk to an old school trucker, they'll say like the old school trucks don't have the DEF and the trucks run better because they don't have that system on it.
So I noticed a lot of old school drivers buy older trucks
because they don't have the DEF. Yes.
Exactly.
But anyway, so what originally caused that DEF problem was, the truck kept like smoking in the inside of the cab. There was exhaust fluid coming inside of the cab. We damn near killed ourselves. Almost killed a couple drivers. We almost killed a couple drivers. God damn.
But hold on, we took it, as soon as it happened, we took it to like 3 or 4 mechanics.
That's what I was about to explain.
Nobody could find the issue.
I was getting there. Okay. We didn't intentionally try to kill our drivers. No, what happened was, what had happened was, no, I was playing. But what had happened was, when it first happened, my driver was like, boom, boom, boom. We took it to the shop. The people couldn't figure out what the problem was. So we like, all right, bet. Well, they can't figure out what the problem is. They're like, well, you have exhaust leak if it's in the cab, but we don't see where it's smoking from because it's not smoking now. Okay, bet. I went to another mechanic when it happened again because he acted like he didn't know what was going on.
Right.
So I went to another mechanic. He like, I see there's exhaust here on the side of the truck, which is black smoke, but I don't know where it's coming from. So they like took a quick peek. Nothing. Didn't find anything. Third mechanic, no joke. Third mechanic was like, it's a DEF issue. We don't fix DEF issues. Fourth mechanic, no exaggeration. I'm not joking. Fourth mechanic, and this is like where we're going now into our, it's levels to these mechanics. Like we got mechanics for everything. Like each mechanic does certain stuff. I feel like in trucking you can't have like one mechanic.
Gotta have backup mechanics.
Because everybody don't do everything. Like literally there's a transmission guy, an engine guy, an oil change guy, a tire guy. Then you got the regular little small stuff the guy can do. So long story short, we took it to the fourth mechanic by this time. And he was like, dude, we can't take it to nobody else. What is going on with this truck? So he was like, what I need to do is, I see what's going on, I see where it's coming from, but I need to put it on the lift so I can see exactly where it's coming from. So at this point, we like, all right, bet.
Hold on. Time is money, so each time, our trucks are not running. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get this straight. We got to get this figured out. What is the issue?
But in the meantime, we were still driving the truck because the smoke in the cab didn't happen every day. Like it didn't always happen.
It's weird. It happens sometimes.
And then sometimes it don't. And then it might happen once that day, but it doesn't happen again. So it was just so weird. So like the truck was still moving. So finally our driver had got into it one last time. Our driver that drives for us now, he was like, I'm about to die. I'm about to pass out. He's like, seriously, like, bro, I'm in this joint, got all the windows down. Rich, like, you alright? He like, if I pass out in this joint, you're gonna, we gotta get this fixed. Like, we really have to find somebody that can do it. All right, so
the fourth mechanic.
We took it to the fourth mechanic. He lifted up on the gate, and he was like, the crazy part is, as soon as he seen it,
he knew exactly what it was.
But we had to fix something else. That was the driver put the fuel in the tank, so he had to fix something else. So
no, that was another truck. That was a whole nother issue.
Oh, that was a whole other truck.
No, with this truck, I got an oil change with it.
Oh yeah, he got an oil change.
That was a small thing.
So what happened was we needed it out of the shop. So
that issue our driver put gasoline in a diesel
talk
truck.
about that.
We're gonna talk about that,
Yeah.
but
by accident, complete
you know.
accident.
So,
He really
anyways,
it was an accident.
anyways,
But so
we had the fourth mechanic.
He lifts it up, he tells us what's wrong with it, but we just there really to get an oil change. But as you know, time is of the essence. So when you put your truck in a shop, it's like you can't have it there all day or all night. So we like, all right, bet we're gonna get the oil change, we'll come back. But we know we need to get this fixed. But now he knows we're gonna figure out when this is next available. All right, so what happened? So basically, he told us it's next available. We took it to him, and as soon as we took it back, no. The day before we were supposed to go to him, Rich went to the truck and he seen. We'll insert a picture probably. Hopefully we can insert a picture somewhere around here. But if we insert a picture, you'll see like these
It was holes in our truck.
They were like burnt, like the metal was burnt with holes. So we was
like I guess from the exhaust, it was getting too hot, and the side of the truck, it burnt holes. Like we're gonna insert a picture. It burnt holes
in the truck, in the side of the truck.
panel.
So Richie was like, "Oh heck no, I gotta stop. We're done.
No,
we taking this
no
truck
loads,
over there.
no money. Listen, let's take this truck
So he took
to the
it over,
mechanic
and
ASAP.
honestly, that's our responsibility. I'm not gonna lie, because we should have been handling this, but we were trying. Nobody could figure it out. And then when we finally got to the mechanic that knew what he was talking about, he just could do the oil change, and he didn't have time to do it. So we was like, all right, we're gonna keep it rolling. And then finally, Richie seen those holes, like done deal. All right, so he seen the holes. He took it over. The guy was like, oh yeah, no, this is exactly what it is. I'm about to fix it. I can fix it today. So another thing too, you want to build a rapport with your mechanics, right?
Absolutely.
Because he had trucks there for the weekend, but he was like, I got y'all. Like he know our money's good. He know we pay. He know we pay cash. In the mechanical world, supposedly like they get a lot of people that get their trucks fixed. They try to nickel and dime them. They try to come up with payment plans.
Yeah, you know we good.
They try to use their extended warranty. All that like they just like cash money up front ready to go. And so he knew. So he was like, all right, I got y'all. I'm gonna do it.
Shout out to our mechanic.
Yeah, and he fixed it right away at his shop. I think it's like him and his son, but they're really cool people. And they fixed it right away.
Yeah.
And then what happened was, leading up to, I know I'll be rambling on, I'm sorry y'all. But what happened was, I try to tell y'all the backstory. So what happened was, leading up to after he fixed it, the next day, he said he test drove it, he said everything was cool. The next day, I'm like, all right, bet, we back on the road. So my driver, on the weekends, he likes to run, you know, like
extra
a little
loads.
bit further than just like the regular local Maryland to Maryland. So he still wasn't far. He went to PA. So I actually was working an event, something else that night. And then Richie had a load the next day, so he didn't even go out. Driver calls. The good thing is I was laughing with both of the drivers that night because we were saying a breakdown is okay after the load is secured. Like after the bag's secured, then you can break down. But don't break down until the bag is secured.
Luckily, the load was secured, it got delivered, and the truck broke down right away.
Yep.
So that was a plus, but at the same time,
So
the driver called us with bad news on a Friday night.
So when we say broke down, what happened? That's what.
4 lights came on the dashboard, and he was unable to drive. The truck wasn't moved.
So it was like 2 check, and we'll insert a picture of that too, so truckers can kind of see what popped up, just in case y'all want to know like what those lights was, so you can know possibly what could be going on in the future. But listen, basically, it was 2 check engine lights.
When the driver sent us the pictures, I seen that one of the lights was a what was it? It was
2 check engines, a red check engine.
Yeah, but one of them was it was a cloud light. That was the death light, the regen light.
Yep.
So when I seen that light, I said, hold on. I said that truck maybe needed to get regened. Regen. Regen is
when basically what a regen is, and I'll keep it quick. The DEF system regens, which means it cleans itself out.
Exactly.
So what that means is that it pretty much does this thing called a regen, where it'll do like a.
It's like a filtering.
It's like a filtering thing. Like it's like a clean yourself out type of situation. Like going through the car wash. That's what it's doing. So that's what it does, and the DEF does that often. So basically,
I seen that
he
light
thought
on,
that that's what it needed to do.
I said, hold on, I don't think the mechanic regen or did whatever it's called a regen.
So what happened was he tried to get the driver to regen because we're assuming that the mechanic
we seen that light
do it.
Yeah, we seen that light on. I'm like, okay, I don't think the mechanic pushed that button and regen the
So
truck.
when he did that, Nothing. Now, what was happening, we didn't let them know what was actually happening that caused him to say it broke down. The truck lost power. So that is the problem. The problem was the truck lost power. So we're gonna insert the pictures of the lights that were on the dash so y'all can see, but the lights popped up and then the truck lost power. And then after it lost power, we knew, okay, we can't do this. The load was secured. He parked the truck. So at that point, we do have roadside assistance, which that's something we gotta figure out.
It was late at night.
Yeah, it was real late, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And I'm inside, I was loud at the event I was working, and Richie was in bed sleep, and I'm like, oh my God. So the good thing was, be friends with other truckers, y'all, because he ended up knowing another trucker that was up there dropping a load off, and they were both coming back to Baltimore. And he gave him a ride back home. So the other guy was like, oh, I got you. Like, come on, jump in with me.
Because at first we was going to get it towed. So the driver had, met another driver that was coming back to Baltimore. So, hey, it worked out for him.
Yep.
So eventually we was like, hold on, let's just try to figure out if we
tired.
we were
tired.
Yeah. And
like,
then
we
decided,
like,
we was like, let's figure out. No, I stayed up and I was trying to figure out, like, if we could find a mechanic in the area. So I was up all night trying to find a mechanic in the area, which we did. And and that right there itself.
So let me tell you.
That right there itself was a lot.
I should have stayed up all night because that type of work he can't do.
No, I handled it. Don't do that.
Clearly.
No, I handled it. No, I handled it. No.
You did not handle it because the people end up telling us. The people end up telling us. Okay, no, you want to tell them the truth or you want to tell them a lie?
What's the truth?
The truth of the matter is, y'all, dude called a mechanic. He did a great job. Don't get me wrong. He found a mechanic. He did. So basically, he did find the mechanic. Don't get me wrong, y'all. He did a good job. But what happened was, I guess he was probably talking to a lot of different people, and the guy what kind of company did you call? What was that? Was it like a company where they hire private contractors?
No, it was a company that was 24 hours.
So why was
that was willing to come, but they was backed up on other roadside services.
Who was why was the mechanic?
It took longer than the normal time, and that was the only issue. That's all.
All I'm asking is, the mechanics worked for themselves. They were privately contracted. They weren't like. So I'm thinking you called an agency that had
that
mechanics, that dispatch mechanics. So that's something that we should look into to find out. But what happened was, what I noticed was, the first mechanic went cold turkey on us. He ended up finding out he had a family emergency. The second mechanic that was dispatched, he was 2 hours late.
No, he wasn't. Like I said, this was late at night. They had other jobs, and he was stuck on his job, and that was the issue. That's what he said.
Oh, they didn't tell me. The lady at the office didn't tell me that, y'all. They told me something else. But he came out, and then after the job was done, supposedly they took your credit card before they even did the job.
They gotta take a down deposit. So before they come out, they need some type of collateral to come out. So
they already had our credit card. That was the thing. And so they had our credit card. So the guy gave Rich an estimate of like $600, $250 deposit, and then after labor and work and all this other kind of stuff, it came out to like $600. So we like, all right, bet. Truck on the side of the road is in PA. There's 2 hours away. $600, cool. They're coming out. They're gonna fix it. I specifically asked the lady, are you able to get parts? Are you able to fix it roadside? Are you able to hook it up? Find out what's wrong? Yes. Okay, that was the okay for me.
Yeah.
So after they was done, at this point, I'm at our daughter's volleyball game. Richie was at work, right? You was at work. He went to New Jersey that morning.
I ran a load.
So he was at work. All of a sudden, I get a phone call, and the lady was like, yes, hi, we are sending over an invoice for you to check out. The work has been completed. So yet I'm thinking like, we about to review it. We about to look at it, check it over. I'm thinking we're going to give her the credit card information. I didn't even look at it immediately because I was at the volleyball game. Ching. We literally get an email 1 minute later that the card had been charged $960. So I'm like, what? I was like, I got a receipt. I don't even see the invoice. Like, they sent this so quick. So I called her immediately. She didn't answer. I called her back because now I'm like, you know me, mama trucker, like, what's going on?
What's going on?
Like, I need to talk to somebody. I don't even know what y'all charged me $900. Remind you, the day before we had paid $1,300.
Yeah.
So we irritated now. Like, what did he do? So.
Why you was irritated? He said the job was done. The truck got fixed.
Because I just felt like $960, like when you quoted a $600, that's like a huge couple $100 difference. And he was only there for 2 hours, and he didn't call us for no parts. He wasn't there that long. Like, what did he do?
The frustrating issue was he didn't get no parts. He was like 7 to 8 hours late. And when he got there, he didn't, like, all he did was reset the, what he hit regen? He didn't, I mean, it was simple. He didn't really do no work. So that was the issue. She felt as though they charged us $900 whatever dollars for hitting the regen button, and the problem was fixed.
So I asked the lady that question, and she said that she broke it down. First of all, it was $700 for labor for 2.5 hours.
So hold on. When a mechanic comes out, ask them exactly, what are you being charged for? What am I being charged for? I mean, they charging you to drive out there and to drive back to wherever they gotta go.
Oh no, so that's what we found out. So here we go. I asked her for, it was $600. What did I say? $600 for, it was like $700 for labor. So I'm like, okay, how is that? And it was like travel or something. And I was like, but he was only on site for 2 hours. And she was like, oh, it's the 30 minutes for him driving there, that it took him to drive there, and 30 minutes to get back. I said, so you charge me an extra hour for him to get here and to get back home? She's like, yes, we charge for travel time. I'm like, but wait, you charge me $1.75 per mile on the truck as well. So how can you charge me per mile and per time? She's like, that's what we do. Yeah. So then I'm like, okay. So I'm like, well, how much was it per hour?
What did he say? What did he say?
Drum roll, please. How much per hour?
What did they say?
$160 an hour, y'all. So now I'm going off. Now I'm like, man, you mean to tell me it was $160 per hour?
He was there for 2 hours, right?
Yeah, she was like, yeah, we discussed this with Mr. Richard. So now Richie on the phone stuttering. I'm like, Rich, did she tell you this? And he's like, I'm like, did she tell you this? He's like, okay, did y'all send me the receipt? That's all he said. I'm like,
yeah. Oh, no, I was working. I was doing a load.
Yeah,
I was trying to listen. I was trying to listen, and I was doing a load, getting that money at the same time.
They told him that.
You know.
So I'm like, Reggie. So I hangs up. I'm like, thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day. So I call Richie like, they already told you it was $160 an hour. He's like, no, they didn't tell me. So he's trying to call the guy now. The guy not answering.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it was what it was. Richie, we end up going to get the truck the next day. It works. It's been working. Out. Knock on wood. Everything's good. But the whole situation was just weird, and it was super expensive. They had a lot of hidden fees. They had the card already on file, swiped it before we could even negotiate.
He didn't really do too much. He didn't, for it to be $900 something, he didn't really like.
Then she had a nerve to tell me it's normal.
He didn't really, because they coming out. It's an on cost. I understand that, but he didn't buy no parts. He was there. He got there 7 hours late. He was there for 2 hours. I mean, it is what it is.
And even after almost $1,000, they still said, oh, and we didn't charge you the $125 for the hookup of the truck diagnostic.
Oh, because we were 7 hours
so
late.
it'd have been more. I'm like, you know what, ma'am?
So that's why we tell y'all, ask exactly what are you being charged for.
I was just completely done.
But hey, listen, the truck is back making money. We all good. You know what I'm saying? But that was our first time our truck breaking down out of town. So that was our experience.
Yes, and it was a lot.
It was cool.
It was a long night, and I didn't get no sleep.
I'm just happy that truck making money now. So. Good old Albert made his way home though, didn't he?
No, that was Antoine. That was Bonds.
Yeah,
Bonds made his way home. Yeah, he made his. Look, Bonds made it home. Then I called Bonds, my driver. I called him Bonds. I called him the next morning.
I was messing with him. I said, you left the truck up there?
So yeah. Y'all told me when to load today. And the load wasn't. The truck wasn't gonna be ready.
It was gonna get towed.
He cool as a mother though, and he make us money. Shout out to Bonds. Bonds, if you watching this, we love you, Bonds. Yeah. But for real, like he knew. He was asleep. He was knocked out. He knew that truck was down. That man said, I'm going to bed. Yep. I'm tired.
Yep.
But that was that, y'all. But we have obviously had other bigger mechanical issues and breakdowns, and we talked about that on the page. So make sure you follow us at Ghost Runners LLC
That's
as well.
why we tell us all the time. We preach this: save, save, save.
Yes.
A mechanical issue can take you out of business. I mean, that's
Last
facts.
episode we talked about the we've been on mechanical breakdowns for 2 weeks now, but last episode we talked about the driver.
Okay.
Being having a mechanic, took him out the game temporarily. Hopefully he recoups back from that. But now, this was something minor. Like I said, it was like $1,300 the day before, and then almost $1,000 the next day. So we talking but $2,300 is a lot of money for somebody. Like, especially if you maybe just a single person LLC. I'm doing my trucker taxes, and I'm thinking about tax stuff. But
somebody with one truck,
a single member owner operator is what I was trying to say, y'all. And that's just like a person that you own the truck, you drive the truck, you run the business yourself, you single member owner operator. Yeah. But if he made like $5,000 that week, which is a lot to somebody, and it's normal, especially if you're a single man, you on the road, you driving or whatever. $2,300 breakdown that week, he down $2,300, and then.
Well, if he would listen to Trucker Talk TV, he would know to have a mechanical expenses bank account. So if something was to happen, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got to dig into that $5,000. He can go to that bank account and swipe that card. He be all right.
That's true.
So truckers, save. We tell that all the time, man. Save your money, man. We recommend everybody, when y'all buying a truck, get a warranty. Definitely get a warranty. That's something that's needed with all trucks.
Recommendations on how to avoid those types of circumstances would be put some money aside and start a mechanical breakdown emergency maintenance account. It's common sense, y'all. It's not really rocket sciences. It's not really. Just be a responsible business owner. Stop trying to cut corners. Stop trying to be cheap. Stop trying to think that the truck gonna run forever and everything gonna be gravy.
Absolutely.
The bottom line is
do your maintenance check. Do your pre-check. Do your pre-trips.
Put your money to the side.
Check your fluids. You know what I'm saying? Just that's your truck. That's your bread and butter. So just make sure your truck is up to par to run.
You wanna get the bag, go get the bag, man. Chase it, man. We out here, man. No games, no excuses. Real talk, man. It's Trucker Talk TV.
Look at the thing you broke.
Oh man, I broke it.
That's a rich problem.
Hey yo, cut it.
Yeah, but I know, but like right now, 10 p.m. pick. I'm cool with 9. I'll feed you, you feed me, we feed each other. We cool.
We look out. He look out for us. It's late at night. We doing a podcast. We wasn't even thinking about the money. The money calling. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your brokers. Take care of your people, man. They take care of us, man. He calling us to do a load 15 miles. Literally 15 miles. Am I lying? 15 miles. He said $1,000. We said $900. We ain't tripping.